Top 4 foods to repair brain and restore vision naturally while you sleep. As Dr. Robert Thompson, a board-certified geriatrician and nutritional consultant with more than 25 years of dedicated experience in preventive health and wellness strategies for older adults, welcome to this comprehensive in-depth session on the Senior Wellness Library YouTube channel. Today, we're embarking on an extended exploration, one that I hope will feel like a personal consultation into one of the most empowering and underappreciated aspects of aging gracefully, how your body, even well into your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond, retains a remarkable capacity for nightly repair, particularly in the brain and eyes. And the key, a handful of simple natural foods that can provide targeted science-backed support precisely during those quiet hours of sleep when the most profound healing and regeneration take place. It might sound almost too straightforward or even miraculous at first glance, but rest assured this is grounded in solid physiology, in a growing body of research including fresh insights from studies published as recently as 2025. There are 4 exceptional everyday foods: beets, eggs, spinach, and chia seeds that deliver the precise nutrients your brain needs to clear out toxins, consolidate memories, rebuild neural connections, maintain synaptic flexibility, and reduce inflammation. At the same time, these foods supply the retina and macula with enhanced blood flow, powerful antioxidants, and protective compounds to help preserve sharp central vision, improve night sight, reduce glare sensitivity, and combat age-related decline. I completely understand why this concept might initially feel surprising or even a touch skeptical. In my decades of practice, countless patients have shared stories of being told by doctors, family, or even their own reflections in the mirror that gradual memory lapses slower thinking speeds, difficulty recalling names or events, increased evening confusion, worsening, night vision, greater sensitivity to glare, and the need for brighter lights to read or navigate are simply the inevitable price of getting older. Society often reinforces this narrative, painting aging as a one-way street of decline. But from my clinical perspective, informed by thousands of patient interactions and the latest research up through 2025 and early 2026, that's not the full picture. These symptoms are not an unchangeable destiny. They are often signals, important, actionable signals, that your brain's frontal lobes responsible for executive function and memory, in the macula, the central high-resolution part of your retina, are struggling to receive the consistent, optimal support they need for effective overnight recovery. Too many seniors, in my experience, end their days with minimal or mismatched nutritional input, perhaps a light snack like a piece of toast, a cookie, herbal tea, or even nothing substantial before bed. Without the right building blocks arriving in that critical pre-sleep window, the body's natural repair cycles, such as the lymphatic system's clearance of beta-amyloid plaques in the brain or the retina's replenishment of protective pigments, are underpowered. Over time, this leads to accumulated damage, subtle but progressive decline, and a diminished quality of life. But here's the hopeful, transformative truth I've witnessed repeatedly. By making thoughtful evening choices, you can align your nutrition with your body's innate rhythms, fostering deeper sleep, better brain detoxification, and enhanced neuronal repair and stronger visual resilience. The 4 foods we'll delve into today: beets for circulation, eggs for neurotransmitter and pigment support, spinach for antioxidant defense, and chia seeds for anti-inflammatory omega-3s, are not exotic or hard to find. They're accessible, affordable staples you can prepare in your own kitchen. No need for expensive supplements or extreme diets, just smart, consistent integration into your evening routine. The 4th one, chia seeds, may seem unassuming, tiny, and subtle, but I've seen it make some of the most reliable differences in patients' reports of improved mental clarity, steadier energy through the night, and enhanced visual comfort upon waking. If this is your first time tuning into the Senior Wellness Library, I warmly invite you to subscribe. This channel is more than just videos. It's a community resource dedicated to providing reliable, compassionate, and science-informed guidance tailored for seniors who aspire to age with independence, sharpness, vitality, and joy. We'll cover everything in detail: the physiological mechanisms, the strongest evidence from recent studies, including those from 2020 through 2025, real-life patient stories from my practice, practical preparation tips, potential precautions, synergies between the foods, and a step-by-step evening routine, you can start tonight. Let's begin this journey together. We'll start with one of the most powerful yet often overlooked vegetables for supporting brain and eye health in seniors, beets. When you incorporate beets into your evening meal or snack, ideally about 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, you are giving your body a generous supply of natural dietary nitrates. These compounds are transformed through a fascinating process involving your saliva and gut bacteria into nitric oxide, a signaling molecule that acts as a natural vasodilator. This means it gently relaxes and widens your blood vessels, improving circulation and ensuring better delivery of oxygen-rich blood and essential nutrients to key areas like the brain's frontal lobes and the tiny capillaries in the retina. As we age beyond 60, cerebral blood flow naturally begins to decline, often by 15 to 20% or more, compared to our younger years. This reduction is a primary culprit behind many common complaints: feeling mentally slower in the evening, struggling with short-term memory, experiencing confusion during routine tasks, or noticing that decision-making feels more labored. Simultaneously, restricted blood flow to the retina contributes to the weakening of the macula, leading to blurry central vision, difficulty seeing in low light, and increased risk of age-related macular degeneration (AMD). But beets offer a gentle countermeasure. The scientific evidence supporting beets is robust and continues to evolve. A landmark 2017 study published in the Journals of Gerontology demonstrated that older adults who consumed beet juice daily for just 2 weeks experienced measurable improvements in blood flow to the brain's frontal lobes, as shown on advanced imaging scans, along with enhanced performance on cognitive tests involving memory and decision-making. Building on this, more recent research from 2020 to 2025 has further solidified these benefits. For instance, a December 25 Perspective Review in Nutrients titled, "Can Beetroot Beta Vulgaris Support Brain Health?" analyzed human studies and suggested that nitrate-rich beetroot can improve cerebral blood flow and vascular responsiveness, with potential implications for cognitive health in aging populations. The authors noted that higher intakes of beets may help mitigate age-related declines in brain perfusion. Another 2025 study in MDPI's Nutrients conducted a literature review from 2020 to 2025 on beetroot juice supplementation as a healthy aging strategy. It found that nitrate-rich beetroot not only supports physical performance, but also shows promise in enhancing cognitive function through better blood flow, with particular benefits observed in older adults. A May 2025 abstract from the American Journal of Physiology reported that 4 weeks of daily nitrate-rich beetroot juice consumption augmented dynamic cerebral autoregulation in individuals with metabolic syndrome, a common condition in seniors that can impair brain blood flow. Additionally, an ongoing clinical trial listed on clinicaltrials.gov, NCT 05532423, initiated in 2022 and updated through 2025, is assessing whether nitrate supplementation from beetroot juice improves brain blood vessel function and cognition in adults with metabolic risk factors. Beyond nitrates, beets are packed with betalains, particularly betanin, the deep red pigment responsible for their color. Betalains act as potent antioxidants, helping to combat oxidative stress, which is a major driver of both age-related macular degeneration and cognitive decline. Oxidative stress occurs when free radicals, unstable molecules produced during normal metabolism, accumulate in damaged cells, including neurons in the brain and photoreceptor cells in the retina. A 2015 lab study in Nutrients found that betanin significantly reduced the buildup of proteins linked to Alzheimer's, and more recent 2025 research in free radical biology and medicine has explored how beetroot as antioxidants may protect against neuroinflammation, a key factor in brain aging. In my clinical practice, I've seen these benefits play out vividly. Take Frank, a 74-year-old retired teacher who came to me complaining of frequent brain fog. In the evenings, he'd forget why he entered a room, struggled to follow conversations at dinner, and notice his night vision making evening walks feel unsafe. After discussing his diet, we introduced a small glass of beet juice, about 4 to 6 ounces, in the early evening, timed 1 to 2 hours before bed. Within 3 weeks, Frank reported fewer episodes of confusion, sharper recall during family discussions, and the ability to read his favorite crossword puzzles without extra lighting or squinting. Over the next few months, he even noted improved energy, upon waking attributing it to better overnight brain recovery. Stories like Frank's are not isolated. I've had dozens of similar successes where patients in their 70s and 80s regain a sense of mental agility they thought was lost. To make this practical for you, let's talk preparation. Beets are versatile and easy to incorporate. You can roast them in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 45 minutes until tender, then slice and store in the fridge for up to 5 days. Steaming or boiling works well too. Simply peel after cooking for easier handling. For juice, blend fresh or cooked beets with a bit of water, straining if desired, or purchase unsweetened beet juice from the store. Check labels for no added sugars. If the earthy taste is off-putting at first, mix in a splash of apple juice or lemon for brightness. Aim for a modest portion to start, half a small beet or 4 to 6 ounces of juice, to avoid any digestive discomfort from the fiber. Consume it 1 to 2 hours before bed to allow digestion without interfering with sleep. Consistency is key. Even 3 to 5 evenings per week can build cumulative effects over time. Of course, as with any dietary change, precautions are important. Beets are high in oxalates, so if you have a history of kidney stones, consult your doctor before increasing intake. They can also gently lower blood pressure due to the nitric oxide effect, which is beneficial for most, but may require monitoring if you're on blood pressure medications. In rare cases, beets can cause beeturia, pink urine, which is harmless but startling if unexpected. Always start slow and listen to your body. Now let's transition to the second food one that might already be a staple in your refrigerator, but deserves a spotlight for its role in brain and eye protection: eggs. As we enter our later years, two critical nutrients often become deficient or suboptimal: choline, essential for brain signaling, and lutein and zeaxanthin, key antioxidants for macular health. Eggs, particularly the yolks, provide both in a highly bioavailable form, meaning your body absorbs and utilizes them efficiently, which is especially important for seniors whose digestive systems may be less efficient. Choline is the building block for acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that plays a central role in memory formation, learning, attention, and muscle control. As acetylcholine levels naturally decline with age, many seniors experience slower thinking, difficulty recalling words or names, and reduced focus. But dietary choline can help bridge this gap. A 2011 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that adults with higher choline intake scored better on verbal memory tests, and more recent research has built on this. For example, a 2025 study from PubMed Central on egg intake and cognitive function in healthy adults found that moderate whole egg consumption may be associated with improvements in cognitive outcomes, including reduced dementia risk. Another April 2025 article from the American Egg Board highlighted long-term studies suggesting a link between regular egg consumption and better cognitive function in older adults, with benefits observed in both men and women. A 2025 modeling study in MDPI's nutrients explored substituting one egg for other protein sources and found it increased the nutrient quality of diets, particularly for choline and vitamin D, both crucial for brain health. Additionally, a 2024 study in HealthyAging identified vitamin E and choline as important nutrients that promote cognitive and brain health in what they called the delayed brain aging phenotype, emphasizing their role in maintaining white matter integrity and reducing deterioration. For the eyes, egg yolks are a rich source of lutein and zeaxanthin carotenoids that accumulate in the macula to filter harmful blue light, reduce oxidative stress, and support central vision clarity. These nutrients help prevent or slow age-related macular degeneration, AMD, a leading cause of vision loss in seniors. A 2017 clinical trial in nutrients demonstrated that participants eating just one egg daily for 12 weeks increased their macular pigment optical density by 26%, a direct measure of enhanced retinal protection that translates to better night vision and less glare. Recent 2025 reviews continue to affirm this, noting eggs' superior bioavailability compared to plant sources alone, making them ideal for older adults. What makes eggs particularly effective for evening consumption is their timing synergy with sleep physiology. During deep sleep stages, the brain's lymphatic system activates to clear toxins like beta amyloid, while the retina undergoes cell renewal and pigment replenishment. Providing choline and lutein just before this window fuels these processes. A 2025 study on nutrient biomarkers for healthy brain aging further linked choline to better cognitive scores, underscoring eggs' potential. In practice, I've seen transformative results. Sarah, a 68-year-old former nurse, came to me with word-finding difficulties and trouble reading road signs at dusk. Her diet lacked consistent choline sources. We added one soft-boiled egg to her light evening dinner 2 to 3 hours before bed. Within a month, she reported easier conversations without pauses for words, and her optometrist noted improved visual acuity. Over 6 months, Sarah felt more confident driving in low light, attributing it to the egg's lutein boost. Preparation is simple. Poach or soft-boil to preserve nutrients. Avoid frying to keep it light on digestion. If cholesterol concerns arise, rest assured a 2020 study in the British Medical Journal and ongoing 2025 reviews confirm that up to one egg per day does not increase heart disease risk in healthy older adults. For those with allergies, consult alternatives, but for most eggs are a safe, nourishing choice. Precautions. If you have egg allergies or severe hypercholesterolemia, speak with your doctor. Eggs are nutrient-dense but calorie-moderate, so portion control matters if watching weight. Moving to the third food one, I trust deeply for its solid scientific backing, spinach. Spinach isn't just a trendy green, it's a powerhouse of lutein and zeaxanthin, the same macular pigments found in eggs, but in a complementary plant-based form. These compounds act like internal sunglasses, filtering high-energy blue light and protecting the retina from oxidative damage, while also accumulating in brain regions responsible for memory and processing speed. Research from 2014 in JAMA Ophthalmology showed that people with the highest intake of these carotenoids had a 40% lower risk of advanced macular degeneration. More recent 2025 studies build on this. A review from the Alzheimer's Drug Discovery Foundation discussed a 22 randomized trial where older adults receiving lutein 10 mg alongside omega-3s and vitamin E showed cognitive improvements. A September 2025 article on zeaxanthin in Cognitive Health and Longevity linked thicker macular tissue from higher zeaxanthin to better cognitive function and slower brain shrinkage in seniors. Another 2025 Pub and PubMed Central highlighted how diets rich in carotenoids, like those in spinach, benefit vision, cognitive performance, bone health, and even cancer prevention. A 21 systematic review updated in 2025 confirmed that lutein intake leads to improved brain health in healthy older adults with randomized trials showing positive impacts on cognition. Spinach also provides vitamin K1 and folate, which support cognitive function by reducing chronic low-grade inflammation in the brain, a silent driver of memory loss. By eating spinach in the evening, you supply these tools right before the retina's high metabolic repair phase during sleep, when damaged cells are fixed and protective pigments replenished. How to eat it: lightly sauté with olive oil to enhance lutein absorption. Avoid overcooking to preserve nutrients. Pair with fat like avocado or an egg for better uptake. A small evening salad with lemon and olive oil works too. Goals several times a week, as these nutrients aren't stored long-term. Precautions. Spinach is high in vitamin K, so if on blood thinners like warfarin, monitor intake for consistency. Oxalates may concern kidney stone-prone individuals. Cook to reduce. Finally, the fourth food, tiny but impactful: chia seeds. Chia seeds deliver a massive dose of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. As we age, brain cell membranes lose flexibility, impairing neuron communication and increasing inflammation, leading to fatigue, slower processing, and retinal issues. ALA helps by supporting anti-inflammatory pathways, and though conversion to EPA-DHA is modest, 5 to 10% consistent intake protects nerve cells and fuels nighttime healing. A 2025 review in PubMed Central on omega-3 supplementation and neuroprotection noted that increasing omega-3s reduces inflammatory processes linked to cognitive decline. November 2025 research from OmegaQuant showed long-term omega-3 intake may reduce cognitive decline risk with DHA lowering dementia odds. A May 2025 Eating Well article named omega-3s the #1 nutrient for brain health in aging, sourcing from fish, chia, and walnuts. A 2025 Frontiers in Nutrition piece on dietary strategies highlighted chia as an efficient ALA source for meeting intake recommendations. Chia is also a complete protein, with all 9 essential amino acids for tissue rebuild during sleep's protein synthesis phase. High magnesium aids neurotransmitter regulation and better sleep quality, per 2016 reviews echoed in 2025, while fiber regulates overnight blood sugar, preventing hypoglycemia that disrupts memory consolidation. John 76, with insomnia and poor night vision, added chia pudding nightly. He reported faster sleep onset, fewer awakenings, and clearer vision thanks to magnesium and omega-3s. Stir 1 tablespoon into almond milk or yogurt. Let gel 15 to 20 minutes. Add cinnamon berries. Enjoy 1 hour pre-bed. Hydrate well as chia absorbs liquid. Precautions: start small to avoid bloating. If on blood thinners, note omega-3's mild effect. Now integrating these a simple plan: start evening meal with beets, add egg, include spinach, end with chia pudding, 1 hour pre-bed. Batch prep: start with 1 to 2 foods. Recent 2025 research on time-restricted eating, Science Direct suggests evening nutrition may enhance cognition and reduce AD markers. A November 2025 Eating Well piece recommended eggs, almonds as a brain-protecting late snack. Your body heals nightly. Support it with these foods for sharper tomorrows. Thank you for this time on Senior Wellness Library. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You deserve vitality. Let's nurture it. Dr. Robert Thompson, wishing strong minds, clear vision, restful nights.